They're being raped. There's an unnatural hunger that is inside men now, and that thing is coming directly from the biggest boiling vat in hell. Demons being released and entering into men. I've prophesied this to America and Africa. God is saying that it's coming to you. And the place that he showed me this kind of brutality is in the nation of Nigeria. Hear the words of the Lord. Rape gangs and rape mobs will spring up all over Nigeria and the rest of Africa. Groups of men taking sex by force, destroying people who fall to their hands by force. Both men and women this will happen to, but more especially women. Minors and unaccompanied females of all ages will be the victims. But even women who have a companion with them will also be attacked. If you are not careful and wise about your movements, you will be chased down even in public and raped. They will take your virginity right in public, right in the streets, in front of others. In the dust, you will be made a woman by force, due to the lust and violence that will be in the people of Nigeria and other places in Africa. Cameroon is one. Kenya is one. South Africa is another. They will turn like that, but you will see it happening in other places too. The spirit of violence that will be in these men will be incapable of reason. You cannot talk to them. You cannot beg them. You cannot offer them anything not to violate you. They will be of another kind, wanting nothing but to tear flesh and bring misery to all who fall into their hands. Thus saith the Lord. All men who are opening themselves up to sinful practices like fornication and masturbation, it is them that the Spirit will enter first. They will form rape gangs that will operate inside shops and small businesses. If you are so unlucky as to set foot in there with only your child or a younger brother as your companion, someone who can be easily overpowered, somebody who cannot fight and help you, that shop will close on you like the doors of a steel trap. And what will happen to you in there? You can die of it afterwards if you are not careful. They are violent and they will rape in such a way as to cause loss of life when they are finished with the victim. If your helper cannot overpower them, they will be forced to watch helplessly what will be done to you, and they will carry that trauma around forever. You have to mind yourself and how you go out, even now, before it becomes a normal thing. You have to dress for safety and utility rather than easy access, the way females currently dress now. Men are going to change in a way that is devastating and frightening. Your own brother or husband is going to look at you like a piece of meat and do savage things to you in the wrong location, like your father's house or your marital bed that was intended as a place of safety. Women will be highly attacked and marginalized in this way all across Africa, and I say to you again, it will be common to see a woman sobbing by the wayside as the men on her finish with her. Even worse, members of the public will not approach her until afterward when the deed is done, because some of the gangs will be armed and willing to engage in violence or even kill people who try to stop them. It is spiritual madness, demon possession, and only prayer and fasting is going to protect a woman, along with the wisdom she employs from the moment she steps out of her house until the moment she gets home again. This type of lawless behavior will increase with the level of sin at play in Nigeria and other African countries, until it gets dangerous whether you are inside or outside the house. Do not play with your safety, nor be rebellious to the words of my instructions. hear the words of the Lord. And so you're hearing what God is saying that is coming. So God says it's men, the easiest access, those who are fornicating, looking at pornography, those who are masturbating. It's them that the Spirit will easily, all the doors and windows of their psyche are open. And he says they're going to use small shops and businesses. So it's this place where you like to step in and say, oh, I see your shoes in the window. Oh, I see your bags in the window. Oh, I see that you guys are